Hi Reddit, recapped here. Today we are going to tell you a collection of stories titled Reddit, what is the worst punishment/disciplinary action you've ever received during your childhood that echoes presently into your adult life? Enjoy our community's stories. As always, stay safe and take care. When I was a kid, my stepfather was helping me with a math problem. I kept getting it wrong over and over, and I kept getting yelled at, which made me nervous. I finally got the problem right, and I must have frustrated him, because, instead of a pat on the back, I got slapped in the face. "That's what you wanted, right?" he asked. At the time, I had been in the States for just over a year, and had just been transferred from an ESL class to a full-blown English class. I could barely speak English. Thinking back, I still thought in Spanish, and I simply was not understanding anything I was being taught. I have many unhappy memories, including witnessing death and war in my birth country, but that one moment takes the cake. It may seem insignificant, but was such a cruel moment. My wife and I are expecting our first child in July, after 4 years of marriage, and there is no way I would ever do anything like that to my offspring. TLDR, I hate math, and my stepfather. Didn't happen to me, but to a mutual friend of mine. His parents didn't pay the school fees for the month, and so he wasn't allowed to sit in class. Instead, he was forced to stand in the blistering summer sun throughout the afternoon to force the parents to pay the fees as soon as possible. Undeserved, inhuman, and unethical. Pisses me off even today that the school got away with this sort of thing. I've been dating a girl for around 7 years now, and she's always been amazing to my children. Last December we got married and things were fine up until now. Last week my daughter stole 2 pockets full of chocolate from a little corner store, whereas my ex and I would have marched her into the store, returned the chocolate to the owner, and apologize. My new wife took my children home, sat my daughter at the table and forced her to eat the entire lot by herself, making her brother watch. She continued to make my daughter eat even after she'd complained of a belly ache. My son told me when I got home from work. I immediately confronted my wife, telling her that my ex and I both had a system in which to discipline our kids, and that she has absolutely no choice in that if she's to punish the children she goes by our agreed upon methods. It keeps everything consistent, and I didn't appreciate her making my daughter feel sick. She slept all night and skipped dinner because of her stomach. My wife is extremely upset and says I can't expect her to be married to me and not have a say in how they are raised. I again repeated that how they are raised is up to me and my ex, and she should respect and follow those methods. I got the silent treatment for a few days before she said she just couldn't handle the sight of me anymore and went to stay with her mother. Of course, her mother is now calling me an AH and saying that I'm treating her as an unequal parental figure in the house, and that she should have a say in how the kids are raised as well, considering she's the stepmom. I spoke to my ex about it, and she agrees with my stance and thanked me for standing up for our choices and defending our agreement. Ida? Little update for you all. Things blew up quite dramatically in the last 20 hours, and I've had the chance to have a talk with my kids about their treatment while I'm not at home. As a lot of people suspected and warned me, and what I feared, she's been using her own parents' punishment tactics on my son whenever he misbehaves. This has included making him stand out in the sun on the concrete until she lets him go, as punishment for jumping in the pool when he was told not to, ripping up his sketchbooks, punishment for drawing on his desk, and putting his hands in icy water, punishment for stealing an ice pop. My son only rang the alarm this time because it was his sister who was punished. Again, I confronted my wife and she doesn't seem to find a problem with her actions and claims it was all related to the behavior he exhibited. Needless to say, I'm not happy and she's got to go. This marks the end of the collection of stories titled Reddit. What is the worst punishment/disciplinary action you've ever received during your childhood that echoes presently into your adult life? I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Turn on your notifications and leave a comment to help the channel grow.